My name is Emmanuel, and I'm a product designer. I specialize in machine design,
Okay.
specialize in computer-aided design and manufacturing. So I also do automobile design.
Which automobile
So
design?
majorly, I design car bodies and car parts.
Okay. Oh,
That's freelance.
you are doing all this work. What is the scope? Like, do really have the future in Nigeria of that?
Oh, okay. Currently, we don't have so much. There's no room for automobile designers or
Okay.
so much of product design. So I majorly do freelance design. So but in Nigeria currently, there's only one indigenous automobile manufacturer. So really don't have so much of it. But there's a lot of work going on to set up new automobile companies. So we hope in the future we'll see more of automobile design and manufacturing in Nigeria.
Yeah, of course. In the future, might be also. I think we can opt for the solar grids also over there because we are having a lot of solar intensity, right?
Yes,
So I have seen one of your posts, which was technological revolution in Africa. What
yes.
exactly it is?
Okay, so in that post, I made a presentation and I began to explain how change happens, how a revolution starts. And I
Okay.
said basically it starts from an idea. Definitely, for a revolution to start, there must be one person who thinks that a change has to happen.
Mhm.
So, but the challenge that we have in Africa is there's a lot of work that needs to be done for a revolution to happen. So the amount of effort that is required is not really able to meet up to that requirement. That's why we don't see so much of the revolution. So I began to present the easy way to be able to achieve so much, but not with so much energy. So I explained basically about 4 steps of the revolution and how change happens. Number one, I said it starts with an idea. Then an idea has to become a person. What I mean by this is someone has to hold on to that idea and believe so much in that idea and to stand for that idea. So an idea becomes a person, then that idea
That
goes on to become a system.
that actually which you have told to students, right, or the corporate people.
So I think
You have explained those points, the revolutionary points. Was it theoretically, or you had some kind of technology over there that really can bring such kind of revolution?
yes, we right now the system for the revolution to take place, which I propose this setting up technological, like call it transformation, educational transformation systems,
Okay.
whereby you have a group of people, more like hubs, which comes together and they work on technological solutions. So when you have so many of such hubs, such educational technological transformational centers, when you have a lot of them together, you realize that the level of technology begins to grow. Because the challenge that we face here in Nigeria is the educational system does not provide us with what we need to be able to develop new products cause a revolution. So we are being taught, but we are not applying the knowledge that we have. So you can't apply the knowledge that you have, you cannot develop products, you cannot cause a transformation or a revolution. So if we have another set of educational system, smaller organizations
Pardon me, which
that
system?
take it up.
Uh,
Yes, an academic system.
okay.
So,
So what
so the network of
exactly
resource systems.
that system is? What how exactly it works?
Well, the basic way that it works is they get estimates and discuss and teach the practical aspects of, let's say, engineering or science, technology, because that's what we are lacking in Africa. We have the knowledge, but we
Okay.
cannot apply it. So such systems, they get estimates once in a while. They talk about technology, they practice it, the practical aspects of it. And then you realize that more and more people get acquainted with practical aspects of technology, and they can begin to apply it, develop new products, and lots more.
Oh, and
Our
also
system works.
you have mentioned a point. Again, I have seen one of your posts which states that intelligence into drone series, something like that. You have organized that series. Am I right?
Yes, I actually have an organization which applies what I just said now. I call it World Changers Innovative Network. So what we do is once in a while we organize meetings, sessions, and we teach practical aspects of technology. This year in particular, we are focused on drones and robotics. So we want to see how we can get people acquainted with drone technology and robotics. So everything from the basics, how to design it, the parts of the drone, what you need to know, and practically building it. So that's really our focus.
So every single thing in the entire series, from basic to the advanced level of the development of the drone, that is what we are going to teach to all the students. Now,
Yes,
now when you
that's what we do. Teach them.
go, yeah, when you go from basic to the advanced level, so what are those students means, like it's very easy for you to tell all these things to the students, or you need to have a lot of preparation to explain those students. Are
I
these
really get you.
are the students already aware about that?
Okay, we have students that are a lot quite interested in it. So they are not aware of so much of the technology. What we do is we take time to teach them from the start, from the beginning, the basic science principles and engineering principles behind it. Then we teach them how to source for parts, how to model their parts, how to fabricate, how to put things together, and how to build the drones so that they are able to solve solutions with the drones. We don't just teach them how to build the drones or how to solve problems with the drones. And that's, I
Okay.
believe, is the basis of technology.
Here in India, everyone right now realize that going digital is the only option for us. It's not only option, but the best option right now. So the things are moving very fast digitally. Every single business or the colleges, every single they are going digitally. So what about in Nigeria? How are the things over there regarding the same due to the
So
COVID pandemic?
well, of recent, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, we've seen a lot of industries, a lot of organizations go digital. We had a lot of challenges for businesses. We've seen a lot of improvements. But you see,
Okay.
for the educational sector, it has been quite poor because I think since March this year, schools have been shut down. And because there's no digital platform for lecturers and for the school to engage with the students, we realize that students have not been having classes, there are no online classes for that, just because there are no such digital platforms. But for businesses, you see that most businesses have moved online. you realize that they're able to transact online, make publications, do publicity for their products, and all of
Mhm.
that, and communicate with their clients online. So as regards businesses, it's going quite well. It's only the educational sector that has not caught up with the digital trend over here.
So now, if you talk about the education sector, okay,
Yeah,
uh, what is the condition like? How they are trying to cope up to go
so
entirely digital?
it is actually quite poor because
Mhm.
before now there's not been any plans of such kind of things. The educational sector has been quite slow in making changes. I remember there was a time where we still had to sign forms on paper, make applications on paper, and all of that. That's just about maybe 10 years plus ago. So we moved from making applications on paper to making things online via the website. So we've been able to make that progress. But being able to have classes online and do online tutoring, we've not been able to get to that level just yet. So you might really need maybe a few more years to be able to get to that point. But for now, because the educational system is linked, whatever is happening, there's a body that runs all the educational systems. So whatever is happening in one, it affects almost all the especially the tertiary institutions. So the body has not really got to the point where you can have online tutoring and digital contents and all of that. So we might still need a few more
Okay.
years to be able to get to that point where we can use people.
Now, if just for example, I am an investor, okay, and I want to invest into education system or in the Nigeria. So, what do you think? Will I be getting the return of investment over there? Will I be getting a lot of benefits if if I want to invest?
Yes, the particular area, because the thing is, when it comes to investments, if you have a fallow ground, it will be a very good place to invest in because there are quite a lot of opportunities in Nigeria. Because not so much has been done, unlike countries like the US, China, and so many other developed countries. There's a lot that has been done. But in Nigeria, there's still so much that has not yet been done. There's so much ground to cover. For example, the universities, the tertiary institutions, we're not doing very well when it comes to engineering and technological aspects. Because we have a lot of people studying engineering, but we don't see
Mhm.
so much change in the technological sector. So if you are to invest in Nigeria, for example, and you should invest in starting up something like an engineering college or an engineering tertiary institution that is able to offer practical education when it comes to engineering. We realize that that would actually be a very good investment when it comes to um, programs like arts and all of that. We are doing quite well in that aspect.
Mhm.
But for technology and engineering, we are quite poor. So such investments will come in better when it comes to the engineering colleges and the likes.
So, yeah, all these points are. I have also thought about that actually. Before having the podcast, I was just thinking, like if I want to invest over there, what might be the best possible thing that can be come out as an investor, as an to get a profit. Also,
Well,
one
that's
thing,
actually,
yeah.
yeah. Apart from education, one thing that is very good over here is agriculture. So apart from education, a very good investment might be agriculture because the land is actually quite good for a lot of products and agricultural products. So agriculture is a very good investment in Nigeria.
I didn't know that agriculture is also one of the option. Just you told me,
So
I
it
got to
is
know right now.
because in Africa we have one of the largest populations and we do well in exporting, but not every product, but quite a number of products. So agriculture, if you should invest in such kind of things, you realize that there's quite a large population to
Okay,
feed and to market your products to, and do a lot of exports also.
okay. Yeah, I will really. I have noted that point, and in future, if something happens like that, I will really let you know about it. Now, if we
Yeah,
talk about electric vehicles, okay, and solar powered grids, Nigeria is having a very good intensity of solar rays, and I guess it comes nearby equator, right? Yeah, just to the equator.
yes, yes,
So,
that's true.
have you tried developing some grids over there, or how people are accepting the grids, or how the government is giving such kind of benefits to develop other people's some solar grids over there?
Well, actually, in Nigeria, we focus more on hydro power generation of electricity and coal power and such kind of
Mm-hmm.
systems. We hardly see renewable sources. The percentage of renewable sources of energy in Nigeria is quite low, and somehow that's because the government have not adopted it as an alternative source of energy generation. And I really feel that it should be adopted because the electricity supply over here is very poor. And looking at we have quite a lot of solar intensity in Nigeria, adopting solar energy would actually be a very good idea. So, but however, right now, government has not gone into um, solar energy. But we have private institutions, private organizations
Mm-hmm.
that have gone into solar energy, so people are able to benefit from such technology, but by the private organizations. And sometimes the cost of setting up a solar power system in Nigeria is quite high. Of course, in the long run, you see the benefits, but not too many people are recognizing it. There's no sufficient awareness. But not
Okay.
too many people know that in the long run you could have benefit, can begin to reap the benefits. They look at the upfront cost. So because it's quite expensive to start it up in Nigeria, you realize because we don't do production. There's hardly
Mm-hmm.
any production going on in Nigeria. So most of the components for a solar system they are imported. So there are a lot of costs that cannot be caused. So there's no so much adoption within the country, just few
Okay.
organizations. But of recent, we see a lot of startups going into solar energy. That's one thing that we see. So we are hoping that that will come up shortly to see more patronage of solar energy and solar systems.
So, for my understanding, what I know, even I have some students from African side. So,
Yeah,
what I have figured out is that solar power, if we are able to build solar power, it is having a very huge scope over there, and as a business point of view also, it's a very great market, but I'm just not
yeah,
aware about the economical status over there, like if we wish to make such kind of plants over there, or if there are some investors from other countries who come at Africa and try to build up, then whether they will be getting a good outcome of it or not. So that was a bit of confusion for me to figure out that.
yeah.
Now, talking about electric vehicles, are there any electric vehicles over there?
Is there any, uh,
Yeah, can you hear me?
I didn't hear what you said.
Are there any electric vehicles running on road?
Okay, electric vehicles.
Yeah.
Actually, right now, you cannot find any electric vehicles in Nigeria, and that's a problem. And one reason why you can't find electric vehicles is the government policies really have not permitted such to happen.
Okay.
So, for the reasons, we have the National Automotive Design and Development Council of Nigeria
Okay.
making moves to work on the policy for electric vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
So I think early this year they set out a challenge for automobile designers to come up with ideas for vehicles. So I believe they want to start working on a mini car that is powered by electricity, an electric mini car. So,
Okay.
but so far we've not been able to hear from them. We've not seen any much improvement on it. For electric vehicles, it might really take some time because there's a lot that goes into it. For one, the electricity supply to in Nigeria is quite low, so we don't have charging stations for such electric vehicles.
Okay. Okay. So
So
the
you have
key
to,
point is electrical supplies a bit low over there.
yes, it's quite low over here, and we don't have charging stations at all. So such have to be set up before you begin to have electric vehicles. So, but we've seen a lot of interest in it because we have like I mentioned earlier, we have just one automobile manufacturer within the country. So a lot of people have expressed interest to start up their automobile companies, and
Mm-hmm.
their major interest is in electric vehicles. So, and another thing that has affected the adoption of electric vehicles in Nigeria is Nigeria is one of the largest suppliers of crude oil. So we focus a lot on crude oil and the processing technology for crude oil, the refining technology for crude oil within the country. So you realize that if electric vehicles should come into the country,
Mm-hmm.
it will reduce the patronage of crude oil products, petrol, diesel, and all of that. So
Oh,
because of that, there's a lot of contention. People want
okay.
to hold on to the crude oil market. There's a lot of most of the revenue that comes to the country comes from crude oil. So that's one of the challenges we have.
So actually, if you want to solve all these challenges, okay. So what are all the steps you are going to do so that you will be able to, as you a citizen, what will
Yeah.
steps you will take to solve all these challenges?
Okay. So I would start by saying that the major challenge that we have in Nigeria or as Nigerians is most times we get to wait for the government to do
Mm-hmm.
everything. So anything the government does not do, it doesn't get done. So using my organization, like what changes innovative network, what I set up a system, and this is what I put up. I said that we build people, we build products, we build teams, and we
Mm-hmm.
build a nation. So if you can build people, those people can build teams, they can become members of teams. Those teams can now build products, and products can now develop the nation.
Mm-hmm.
So one way I can address this is to begin to train people in specific areas. Find people that have interest in automobile technology, solar energy, and all of that. Begin to mentor them, to lead them in a direction where they can improve their skills in such aspects. So once they got to the level where they are well acquainted with soft skills, you can now
Mm-hmm.
begin to pair them up in teams. Because you see, like going 747, it was used by over, I think, about 10,000 people experts, and it took them about 10 years to get that done. So you see, that's the beauty of teamwork. The challenge we have in Nigeria is there's little teamwork because we don't have so many experts in different
Okay.
fields. The only way to solve this problem is to work in teams. So if you have a team of several people that are experts in these areas, you can meet those challenges that we have. Because
Mm-hmm.
on my own, if I want to start up an automobile company, I'm only very good in design, and I have
Okay.
the
Okay.
background in mechanical engineering. But
Okay. I'm
there's so
also a
many
mechanical
aspects of
engineer.
yes, I have a background in mechanical engineering.
So whatever the points you have said, okay, so according to you, how much time will it take if you start right from now? How much time will it take to completely implement over there?
Okay, but basically, I'm looking at the way things are going on over here. Looking at within the next 5 years,
Okay.
because we already have startups that are working on automobile
Mm-hmm.
development currently in the country. However, some of the challenges are funding and the equipment that are required to fund parts of the vehicle and all of that. They don't really have that as much. So, but they've been able to build prototypes which work very well. So, gradually, I believe they should be able to get such kind of equipment that requires from a mobile factory. And then we realize with funding, they're able to get investors and investment. They can scale up production. So basically, within the next 5 years, I believe we'll be going to see a lot of changes happening in Nigeria and Africa
Okay.
at large.
So after it is completely implemented, how much time will it take to means to get the result which we want? According to you, what do you think? Just since you are familiar over there, so
So for us to really get the results that we want, it's actually going to take quite some time. That's because people have to buy into the ideas, have to buy into the technology that are coming in. And
Mhm.
one thing that is quite slow in Africa is change. Most times to cause a substantial amount of change, it takes quite some time. So you realize that the process of people adopting new technology and change is quite gradual. So we might give it another 5 years or 5 to 10 years after such things have come in place for us to begin to
Okay.
see the results that we want.
Now coming back to the drones, you must be aware that Amazon recently launched like drone delivery.
Yes, I saw that on the news some days back.
Yeah. So what do you think? Will it be implementable in Nigeria? You are also working on that particular thing. So what do you think about it?
Yeah. Actually, about a week ago, I
Mhm.
read on the news of a Nigerian who posted that he received one of his a product he ordered for was delivered by a drone. So he was shocked because he never knew that such services existed in Nigeria. So actually, right now, I don't know which company does that, but right now in Nigeria, there's a company that does drone delivery. I was not aware until just a week ago.
Okay.
So, but of course, they don't build the drones themselves, they don't develop it. They must have outsourced it to another
Mhm.
company outside Nigeria. So, but as far as seeing such technologies in Nigeria, they are
Mhm.
already there. It might take us quite some time to be able to work on it. But in my organization, one of the things that we are stressing on is building intelligent drones, not just building drones, building intelligent drones. As, for example, the delivery drones. We have
Okay.
selfie drones, solar drones, and all of that. So my desire personally is by the end of next year, we should have a lot of people that are able to build intelligent drones that can solve major problems within the country. So hopefully by the end of next year, we should see such technology coming out from the country, not just single technology, but we'll develop them ourselves.
So that's what you hope, but until and unless it
Yes.
comes, we can't say anything, right?
Yes, we can. That's just my other desire.
Again, one more thing. Now,
And
you, if you you are an employee right now, okay? So, if you want to be an entrepreneur over there, what are the different opportunities available?
okay, well, for me, because of my interest, I'm quite interested in technology.
Mhm.
So there are basically two things that I'm quite interested in. You see, in Nigeria, there's two major things that do very well consistently. And I mentioned one before now, that's agriculture. And that's because people eat every day. So they always have to get something to eat. So agriculture would keep on booming and getting better over the years. Another industry that is doing very well in Nigeria is the
Mhm.
construction industry, building construction, road construction. So besides my degree in mechanical engineering, I also went for a master's degree program in building services.
Where you did
That's
that?
mechanical within Nigeria,
Okay.
University.
Okay.
So I went for a program building services that has to do with heating, ventilation, air conditioning,
Mhm.
mechanical, electrical, and plumbing aspects of the building. So I would actually like to go into such and start it off as a company that offers such services. That's because, like I said, the construction industry is doing very well within Nigeria. So offering such services to contractors, people engaged in building construction is one opportunity which I see is going to do very well for me. Then
Okay.
alongside, even though I didn't study agriculture, but I would really love to make investments in the agricultural sector. So
Okay.
those are the two major opportunities which I see as very good.
Now, again, yeah, those are the opportunities which are favorable for you, like according to your
Yeah.
designations and whatever we have experienced till now. Now, if there is a student, that particular student wants to become an entrepreneur, so what you suggest to that particular student that how he should be an entrepreneur over there? Let me tell you why I'm asking you this question. From 100%, around 10% are the viewers which are from Nigeria on my YouTube channels. I'm just looking at the analytics over there. So now, since 10% is not a small number, even it's a huge number for me. So they keep on watching my also videos over there. So if any one of the student gets inspired, or he want to just start their own business, they are having a very good idea in their mind, so what to suggest to them how they should go?
I would actually suggest what I did myself.
Mhm.
So one thing that is very important because Nigeria has a challenge. If you graduate from school, you don't get a job. There are
Mhm.
not so many opportunities like that. So
Mhm.
what I did was I began to develop skills that are high paying skills and skills that solve problems. So I began to go into, for me, I began to go into design, product design and development, robotics and all of that.
Okay.
So it depends on the field of such a person. So you can, what I did was I looked at my field, which is engineering. I looked at the particular skills which are very much valued and important.
Mm-hmm.
So I began to look for online courses to develop myself in such skills. So beyond that, one thing that is very important is to be visible online because most of the jobs that I get them online. Most of
Okay.
the
Okay.
clients that
Okay.
I have, they are online. So
Okay.
you see, you can now begin to get jobs from people if you're visible online. So not so many people have a very good online profile and they
Okay.
don't do a lot of posts about what they do. So once you're able to get a very good skill,
Mm-hmm.
you can now begin to make yourself visible online. Then from there, you can build a profile and now get it as a registered company that offers such services. So the more people get to see you do what you do, the more interested they get to go for your services. So
That,
basically, look
yeah,
for
those
a skill.
points are really very crucial that not only Nigerian but everyone should know that if they wish to get inside the market. Now, when I talk about employees, okay, so to be a good employee in a company, what do you think? What skills or what knowledge or what experience the particular student should have?
Okay. Well, basically, there are two things. There's the skill that gets you into the that gets you to be employed,
Mhm.
but there are skills that keep you over there. And to get employed really in Nigeria, it goes beyond your certificates because unlike other countries, in Nigeria most times they don't really look at your grade, whether you have a first class degree or second class degree. Most times they look at what solution can you provide. So I always tell people that anytime your boss gives you a task and
Mhm.
you encounter a problem, don't bring back that problem to your boss, but look for a way to solve that problem. Look for possible solutions. Then bring those possible solutions before him for him to choose which one
Okay.
is the best option. So that is a very good character because most people, once they encounter roadblocks, they give up and they return with the problem. They don't look for possible solutions. So that's how kind of tag that as problem solving skills. So one very good skill is for people to have problem solving skills. Always look for possible solutions. So if you're employed and you present that as a very good skill and it is noticed
Mhm.
that you have such a skill, it will keep you and you rise easily in your career. Then the other very important skill is to have good interpersonal and relational skills because most times if you're not within the right circles of people, right circles of influence, you realize that you remain at the very low level. So for people that are employed, you realize one thing you should focus on is look for relationships that matter and focus on them. Build such relationships. Any opportunity you get to meet with people that are of high value that will impact your
Mhm.
career. Look for a way to connect with them. Look for solutions you can provide for them that can keep the relationship going. So those two things are very important: problem solving skills and relationship skills. Very, very
Yeah, yeah. That is seriously means everyone should opt for that, but unfortunately, some go with that, some doesn't go with that. That's not our
important.
issue. Okay. Now, what do you think this technological revolution which you have started? landscape, what will be its growth in coming years? How much success you are going to get? What do you think about it?
All right. The strategy that I currently use is I work with universities. So I started my organization and we run our programs within just one university client.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope to be able to extend it to other universities. And because I publicize my events and I'm quite visible online, I already have started receiving invitations from other universities to come and set up such a system for them there. So the goal is to spread to more universities over the years. But beyond that, we are building a system whereby people that pass through the organization, people that pass through our system, when they leave school, wherever they can set up such kind of system where they train people on technological skills and products and all of that. So beyond schools, we're beginning to move into rural communities where people need to get enlightened about technology. So over the years, the first step that I want to take is to extend this to many more schools within Nigeria, not just right now we focus on Ahmadu University,
Mm-hmm.
which is where I graduated. So, but I want to be able to move it to other universities within the state, then
Okay.
move to other states in the country. So that's where I see going in the next few years.